and welcome back to episode 4, where we travel from Bramwell Junction Roadhouse to our campground at Loyalty Beach. It's about 207 kilometres. Most of this travel was on the Peninsula Development Road, although we did have a quick peek at the old Telegraph track when we took a bypass road to have a look at Gunshot. Unfortunately, we didn't make that, but straight out of Bramwell Station Roadhouse, we hit the dirt. This is a little bit of the old Telegraph track, and by this stage we were a single vehicle, so we didn't get too courageous heading down some of these tracks. But this was about 25 minutes from the main development road into there, so there was a fair bit of travelling, and unfortunately it didn't amount to much. A bit of rain, as you can see, during the day, and not a lot of traffic because we got away reasonably early, but we encountered a few vehicles a bit later in the morning.
Returned to Bamaga Road.
Back on the Peninsula Development Road, or Bamaga Road, I think they call it in parts. Nice and wide. The rain made it a bit slick, and it got a bit slicker throughout the day.
I think we're officially grubby. Rightio. It's 1:23 p.m. Looks like dusk, I know. And it's been raining. It's not what we requested.
Finally, we made it to the Jardine River Ferry, one of the highlights of the trip. Also one of the more expensive ones, but you'll soon see why it features on most people's lists. As you can see, Wally was starting to collect a fair bit of nice mud and attach it to himself, so he was getting grubby, and it was only going to get worse as we went along. This was in the queue waiting for the ferry. That was the trip before us, and as you can see, it doesn't take many vehicles. I think there was a vehicle in front of that with the caravan. The crew invited us to jump on first, so I suspect this caravan will be the next one behind us. So basically it's two vehicles in a caravan, and that's pretty much the ferry fill.
Right. Some interesting shit going on
here. Earlier in the season they had quite a few problems with mechanical failures on the ferry. So there's always a question mark as to how long you're going to have to wait, because some of these queues develop for a bit.
Thanks, buddy. That's not a lot to go. Muck around with the bloody thing going up.
Shouldn't be going up until it
Yes, workplace health and safety. You're freaking out. I think the cable takes care of it.
Well, that was exciting, wasn't it?
Thanks, mate. Thanks, fellas. Gotcha.
As the boy said, see you on the way back.
Fresh hot bread from 7 a.m. You're in charge of getting that. So, we're heading to Loyalty Beach.
Yep.
So this road now takes us to Bamaga, and then we're on to Loyalty Beach. And it's a fairly cruisy road. It's a few corrugations and the like, but it's you don't have far to travel. And this is us coming into Bamaga now, where obviously we're back on bitumen again, and no one pays any attention to giveaway signs.
Bamaga. Right, we've got a bakery here.
There's a bakery in town, a pub, and a most impressive supermarket, Ibis Supermarket. Most of its stock is brought up from Brisbane via truck and then ferry, and I was actually quite impressed, and the prices were pretty reasonable for the remoteness of the place as well. So a few kilometres down the road from Bamaga, we make a right turn, and the road then leads us to Loyalty Beach Campground.
Kiosk. I reckon we go check in at the kiosk. Oh, and you can bring your poodle. Next to the horse shed.
This is the check-in area now, where there's the kiosk, and you can also book some of the activities of the area there. We've set up our block of flats, which was the gazebo plus the 2 pods, and made ourselves quite comfortable. A magnificent construction. Actually, it's a really good idea. Thank you, Roo.